The next step is about standardization. And the idea is that you are going to use the standardization as the first step to applying rules, which you're going to cover next. So the idea is that you can actually set up rules based on particular standardized subject lines or things. As an example, a prior boss that I had must have taken a class on how to set up folders for messages that contain certain subject lines. And so he created an internal within our department standard that if something were to be just for his information, we needed to put FYI in the subject line. If something were needing his immediate response or that we needed him to look at quickly, we would actually have to type in response required. And if that were in the subject line, it was going to automatically filter using a rule into particular folders that he used for processing. So this idea of standardized subject lines can be taken to another level. Whether you're using an MLS number as standardization, whether you're using part of your process as standardization, this is something that is especially helpful rather than just one person on a team employing this idea, that it come from the entire group and that we're all doing it in a certain way and we're all being consistent, because then you're, rather than each person having their own way of doing it. So those are some of the things that we can work in a small group and have a conversation around what are some of the common processes that would be easier if they were filtered directly using a rule into particular processing folders. So again, that's just the topic of a standardized subject line. The alternative to that is within messages actually using an idea of a hashtag. And the hashtag concept is really just for searchability. So it's, again, one of those things that as a group, you guys should come up with, how might we use this? While you can use other search terms, if you start by using standardized subject lines or hashtags for particular parts of your process or particular projects, you're going to find that it's a lot easier for those items to get filtered into the proper possibly search folder or using a rule into the proper processing folder. And it's just going to save you a lot of time. This is part of that idea of directing and putting automations in place. The more you can keep your inbox cleared and filtered, it'll allow you to do more of the actual processing of your work.